What's up, everybody? Welcome back, or welcome to Discuss Impact, where we discuss Impact. It's pretty goddamn simple. I'm back with Gary this week for an Under Siege review. What's up, Gary?
What's up, Jay? What's up, Impact Nation?
Yeah, so I thought it was, well, I think we agree this was an awesome show. We talked about it before we came on here. Both loved it. Um, I thought it was, actually had to ask Gary if it was better than the most previous pay per view. I'm really bad with names. Rebellion. Would you say yes? You think it was?
Yeah, most definitely. I think it was at least a couple, maybe 1.5 points higher. I think probably about like a 9. Because there was
Yeah.
some things that I didn't really. There was some little inklings in the pay per view that I didn't really think I would have booked it a little differently.
First off, just want to be honest with everyone because I'm a lot of things, but I'm always honest. And I did not see the pre-show, and I forgot to go back today because I passed out of nowhere right before this recording. So, how was the pre-show matches?
uh,
Heath and
I want to
Rhino.
say one half of it was really good. The other one was kind of forget. If it's the way I remember, like I
Yeah,
say, I get it mixed up with Thursday's Impact sometimes because it's a lot of wrestling in a
yeah,
couple of
totally.
days.
Okay, so it
You
was
know,
Heath and Rhino defeated Shira and Raj Singh.
yeah, that's the match. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not a big Shira fan. I wish we could have kept like Jake something and switched him out for Shira.
I think most fans agree. I'm guessing it's part of that, Impact in India.
Yeah,
It's kind of a big deal and whatever. But the next match I definitely have to check out because it sounds like it was awesome just looking at the names. Rich
yeah.
Swann defeated Laredo Kid and Mike Bailey.
Oh yeah, that was a hell of a match. I mean, he did his Mike Bailey does that shtick where he uses his legs and just keeps chopping people with them. He kept doing that to Laredo Kid, and I mean, it was like it's just breathtaking how fast he can kick in a squared circle.
He's one of the most fun wrestlers I've seen in like a long time to come in. Just out of nowhere. Just he's so like you said, he's so fast and I love his interesting offense. All
And
right,
I
so that
see,
was sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say I seen somebody complain on YouTube during the pre-show. They had said that his music was kind of generic, but I think it kind of fits him because I mean it's supposed to be. He reminds me of a character from a movie, like in the '80s with the kickboxing and ninja type skills. Kind of reminded me of something like early Van Damme when he comes to
Yeah.
the ring. So I totally get, the theatrics to why when he comes to the ring.
Yeah, gotcha. Maybe he doesn't, and because of his character, maybe it's like a more understated thing, kind of like he is.
Very, very disciplined wrestler,
Yeah.
kind
Okay,
of
so
like
the show.
Davey Richards.
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorites. Another one of my favorites there in Austin Aries, but whatever. Um, sorry, I gotta turn my phone thing off. Okay, so the show started with Madison Rain versus Giselle Shaw. I do think they should have flipped those matches with the X Division match. I think you agree there, but
Yeah, most definitely.
this was a very good opener. I was really surprised about Giselle. I mean, I know she's a good wrestler, but they haven't really showed that much an impact until this match.
Yeah, and I see Madison do some kind of like move I never seen her do before. I felt like they had good ring chemistry, considering like they haven't wrestled much together.
Yeah, I see Madison get some crap from, or a lot of crap from fans, and like she's just, but I mean, there's a reason. Like she's wrestling Giselle and gave Giselle a great match there. Like that's what she does. She's just like a pro's pro, And
Oh yeah,
if you look around, nobody in the wrestling business ever has anything bad to say about her. Like she's so
no, I've
loved
got
by.
respect for her. She stayed
Oh
with
yeah,
Impact virtually pretty much every year she's been in wrestling. So I mean, I
yeah.
can't complain.
I never have a problem with anyone coming back for any reason as long as they're a good wrestler, which leads to. All right, I was gonna go right to something else, but which leads to the return of. Okay, so there is a match with Taya Valkyrie and Deanna Perrazzo for the AAA Arena de Arenas Championship. That's their women's title.
Yeah,
Taya got the roll up for the win in a really good match. I think this was their second match, right?
Yeah, yeah. The first one was where Deanna had lost the Reina's title, and
Okay.
this match was more or less her coming off scorned because she lost the ROH title to Mercedes Martinez in AEW, which we all know. A lot of us Impact fans knew that was going to happen, unfortunately, but
Yeah, I kind of
it is
pretend
what
it
it
didn't.
is.
I kind of pretend it didn't happen and just
Yeah,
forget
me
about
too,
that
because
title.
because she didn't actually get pinned by her in an Impact ring. So it seems like
Yeah.
a lot of it seems like a lot of the forgettable stuff happens in AEW for me when it comes to do with Impact
Yeah,
going
pretty
there.
much. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't think anybody's won there from Impact, at least. Well, if you don't count Christian Cage, but whatever, that's going back. So my
Or
whole
maybe
point.
the Good Brothers, maybe too.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's about it. Yeah.
So my point here was a masked person came back, and it was Mia Yim returning to Impact, and I read she signed for at least 6 months. I mean, I know there's some stuff like I've heard some people say, she wanted to leave or she was happy leaving. I forget what the whole story was when she left, but she's a damn good wrestler, and she went to WWE, and I don't want to say had her dream shattered, but kind of. I always wonder,
Yeah.
like, what do you do after that? So I mean, I don't want to say like they should go after people like that because it's kind of mean, but also yeah, you know what I mean? Like, because
Yeah.
like if
Well, I'm really surprised that AEW didn't
yeah,
slap their ownership on her right away because her husband is all elite. I don't know his name. I haven't really followed him on the indies. I can't remember his name.
maybe she just looked around and she was like,
Yeah,
look at the women here. No thanks. No offense
yeah,
to
it's
the
pretty thin there, pretty
yeah,
much. I mean,
no
unless you
offense.
bring them
Uh,
in from
no
Japan.
offense. I was gonna say no offense to the roster, but honestly, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the roster or if it's Tony's just bad booking. But yeah, that's a nightmare. And so Taya got the roll up to retain her title, and then Mia Yim came out, which I liked. Looks like a new feud for Deanna. I really like how they do that. They just roll into like new things, and um,
Yeah, yeah, it's like a revolving door. Like that's why I don't ever get upset. I mean, I'm gonna admit I got a little upset when the Rascals left because that was my tag team, my favorite tag team. But I knew they were going on to, try to better their careers. More income, more exposure.
yeah, right. That was a tough loss, and because it was three of them, and they're so goddamn good. But um, so yeah, I'm happy about that. And also, that reminded me of Moose. What did Moose come out for a promo?
Oh yeah, he is down there and he was bad mouthing Josh Alexander, right? Isn't that what he was doing? He's
Yeah, this was smart. And I was thinking, who the hell is like, what are you going to do with him now? He's kind of stuck unless you want to put him back with Josh and then, have him lose a few more times. But no, it's Impact where they're really smart with this shit. So they brought back Sami Callihan because he's finally healthy and put him back with Moose, who, they've kind of always been feuding.
yeah, his returning to Impact remind me so much of the night when I was Sammy showed up at 2CW, which is a really super indie show in my area. I don't think they run out of New York anymore, and if they do, they're like making a comeback. But the lights went out just like that, and he had a bat and everything. I had no idea who the hell he was, to be honest with you. I briefly saw Sami Callihan back in ROH days, but I didn't watch him on, up north. I never watched that product. So everybody else probably knew a lot more about uh, Sammy than I did.
I really didn't like his last gimmick with what the hell do you call it? Changing, shut the lights off and all that stuff. So
Oh, and it was like flickering and
yeah,
stuff.
I hope he's more of a regular Sammy guy here, but I'm not sure what's going to happen. And whatever, he's a great character, so good to have him back. And most of all, I like how they just slipped him in back with Moose. That's it's like a great feud, just putting them together.
Well, there was a discrepancy online too about Sami Callihan using the theme music that he did. Because some people were saying, well, Shotzi Blackheart and NXT was using that very theme that Sammy used, but apparently Sammy's been using that since his indie days. So
Yeah, there's a lot of things that people are arguing about online that I missed because it's pretty much all people do on there. Um, Okay, here's what I loved. Well, there's a lot of things I loved here, but okay, wait before I forget. Giselle Shaw won that opening match, and then okay, well, before we get to there was a quick thing with the Briscoes, and I'm so happy about the Briscoes. I was not a big Ring of Honor fan, like in any way, but I just always loved the Briscoes. Like to me, they were just like a badass, legit looking, like a tag team. I always like I thought they were, if not the best tag team in the world, like very close. And I wasn't and I wasn't a huge fan of Ring of Honor, so I didn't get to see a ton of shit.
Yeah, they cut a hell of a promo on Impact so far. Like every time they've been on screen, they've shined, and it's a really big pickup for the Impact roster to get such a like a historical tag team as the Briscoes.
Yeah, I'm a huge yeah. Forget the hell I was gonna say there, but yeah, and I'm cool with. Do you mind them winning the titles so quickly? I
No,
don't.
I think it makes economically. I think it makes sense, especially with them doing these like special branded tapings that they're doing, because they're showing up at some of these. I think they're showing up at some of these venues that maybe ROH maybe have booked in the past too.
Yeah. So
maybe going forward, gotcha. I think maybe that's recipe for them to have a lot of success at the tapings.
They're the type of guys I would like put right on the front of a poster. Like along with Rosemary, and I'm sure I'm forgetting some others, but like certain people just like I look at and I'm like, God damn, like that's what a wrestler should look like. Like they catch your eye, and then they're awesome talking, awesome promos and wrestlers. Like just nothing bad. Like I don't know. I know people talk about the Young Bucks being the best, but I don't think they're good characters in any way.
Well, the thing is about Jay, a lot of people don't realize he's a former ROH world champion too. Jay Briscoe.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's at least a one-time or two-time ROH world champion.
Yeah, I'm totally cool with them winning the title like that quickly. It was a great match, and yeah, I didn't know which team was going to win, and yeah, love it. I guess they're going to keep feuding with Violent by Design. Not sure what's going to go on with them. Maybe have maybe like a return match where Joe was in the match. That's one thing I liked. Because Dorian didn't lose here.
Yeah. Front row Bill. I don't know if you ever watched it. He's always got that.
Oh yeah.
Joe Doring, like that sour puss face that he always shows when he's mad. Yeah. It always stands out to me when he's in the front row.
Yeah, that guy's always there. It's incredible. All right, let me see. Okay, also loved. Man, I got this. I say this all the time, but every goddamn match that Steve Macklin has, it's just shockingly good.
Yeah, I see a lot of similarities between him. I don't know, maybe you don't, but I do. I see a lot of similarities of Stone Cold in Macklin, like the way he wrestles, like his I don't give a shit attitude. He goes to the ring and takes care of business like Stone Cold would.
And kind of shocked that Sabin got the win here, but I really like it because they can get a nice feud going with these two and just have probably nonstop awesome matches for a few months. Chris Sabin is so goddamn underrated. That's all he does is give great matches, and I like it. I like him getting a win here. Like people.
Oh yeah,
complain, but like you got to give these guys wins sometimes, or else they're going to become losers. That's.
Yeah, it's kind of like you don't know where they're going to go with Macklin, because 1 minute like he beats. Did he beat Shelley? I want to say Shelley.
Positive, yeah.
Yeah, he pinned Shelley. Then he lost. Then he lost against Ishii, right? Too.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's interesting.
Yeah, like you don't know where they're going with him. Like that he's going to get his big break down the line.
Yeah, I think like right now he's kind of in a different thing where he's like a lunatic, and they can kind of use that as a storyline where he's in the future when he starts winning more, like he's kind of or like they can give him a reason to start winning more. I'm not even sure what it is yet. Maybe it's like a manager. Maybe he's with Deanna. Maybe they put that out there.
Yeah, they could do that. Yeah, I didn't think about that because they're a real life couple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Macklin lost there. Should be a great match. Should be continuing that feud, and then
His entrance is very Punisher like. I don't know if you ever noticed that.
oh
Like,
yeah, everything, almost everything
yeah,
about him
you think
is
so too? Yeah,
yeah.
that's the
And then
vibe I get.
and then another awesome match, X Division. I mean, these guys work so well together. Trey and Ace. I mentioned somewhere that I would like to see a huge, I don't know how, but some kind of blow off match for this incredible feud that's been going on for like so long. Remember, like Ace joked about banging his mom.
Yeah.
That was like over a year ago, I think.
Yeah, I guess the lady that portrayed the mom in that storyline is no longer with Anthem either.
Oh yeah, interesting. Haven't seen that account tweeting or
I don't know
whatever.
if she parted ways and went her own way, or she's still in wrestling. I have no idea. I can't remember her name. She used to plug Impact on her social media account on Twitter.
Yeah, I know who you mean. I'm smart, and the other used
Kind
her
of
as
went
that.
silent since. So
I guess that's why she didn't do a run in or something. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to see some kind of crazy gimmick match to end this feud. I mentioned Iron Man match, maybe, but I don't know, whatever. Or maybe it's over for now. I'm not sure.
and it did mention something about Ace Austin going to New Japan and being in the Super Juniors tournament.
Um, yeah, I did see it online, but I missed them mentioning it. And good for Ace. So now he gets to bring that title over there, which is always good.
I think at some point, if he doesn't lose it, he might end up cashing in option C.
Yeah, well, they also. Oh yeah, I forgot about option C. They're also going to have that. They had the gauntlet for the gold at the recent tapings, and I didn't look at spoilers because I'm not doing that anymore.
Oh, so. This past Sunday's spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who won that. I'm not going to reveal.
Wow. Okay.
They're Shooting Up North has a podcast that they did on it just today, giving away the results, and so you might want to stay off that if you don't want to know. I love Lewis's channel, but I just don't want somebody to go there thinking it's not spoiler related or whatever. And
I got you.
Super is.
Yeah, that's a big time spoiler. I've been doing my best to dodge that one. I'm usually big on spoilers, but I've learned wrestling is a lot more fun if you don't know what's happening.
Oh yeah.
It's
one set of tapings that I did know, it just wasn't the same, and then totally. Sent out the taping results, and it's just like it totally blew me away.
Okay, now I saw some people complaining about the ending of this one, but I think you're all insane if you're complaining about Honor No More getting a win, which I think and you think was deserved. Like they can't, like you can't make a group like this and not have them win. Like I think they should have been winning more. Like make them like a badass group. Like it doesn't matter how badass you are. You have to get some wins, or you're not going to be legit. And yeah, so Bennett got the cover here. I forget who it was on, but another good match with.
I can't.
Sorry, Bullet Club.
Yeah, well, it was announced too during that apparently Jay White had faced Matt Taven a time or two in their MSG show that they did with New Japan. Matt Taven faced Jay White in the main event, and it was like I think it was for maybe a title shot. I'm not sure. I didn't hear that part, but it was like some big, it's probably Ring of Honor's highest accolade in their company's history before pre AEW owned.
I actually saw a tweet about that where Jay White was quoting him. I forget what he said originally. Jesus, what the hell's his name? The other guy. You just said his name, and I can't forget it.
Oh, Matt Taven?
Yeah, Matt Taven. Taven said something, I guess, after the win. So then he got quoted by Jay, and he wrote something like, "Yeah, but I didn't, I'm not the one, I'm not the champ who, lost the company, or the company went under when I was there," or whatever."
I didn't remember. I can't remember.
It was a good line. I forget what the line was, but it was a good line. And it was one of those lines where it was like, ouch. Like that must have hurt. But yeah, it's just cool. I mean, Jay White is awesome to see. I've actually become a bit of a Taven fan.
He's grown on me. I seen him in Ring of Honor. At that point, he wasn't very polished at that point for me. I thought he's
Uh,
kind of a stale character, but since he's been in New Japan, I've noticed he's been a lot better in ring and
oh,
a
I thought he
better
was. I thought he was.
character.
I thought he was one of the lamest characters. That's no joke, like I've ever seen. I just could not stand this character. But ELP, I absolutely love. A lot of Impact fans do. I've seen Chris
Oh,
Bay.
okay, yeah,
Chris Bay's a beast. I mean,
yeah. I
yeah,
like the thing they were doing when they kept raking the back.
yeah. I get, people don't want this new Bullet Club to be losing, but there can also be a reason for that. They're new together, and I don't
Well, I
think,
like it because I miss the days of the NWO. To be
yeah,
honest with you, I miss those times. I know they could only go so far with NWO, but I kind of see a lot of that faction in Bullet Club.
yeah, they can do a lot of cool stuff between the Bullet Club and New Japan and the Ring of Honor. They can even, the Briscoes. We mentioned this before. Almost forgot to do it on this here, but the Briscoes could be with Honor No More. We don't know.
Yeah, they could very well be.
That would be a cool. Not even a twist. It would just be like reality, because they kind of should be with them if you're going by the. But yeah,
Well, I
yeah,
keep feeling like I don't know, maybe this ain't gonna happen, but I keep feeling like the Honor No More, I kind of feel like somebody like from the past from Ring of Honor that kind of is like bye bye, like Truth Martini or somebody like that might join them as a manager, like to cause a
yeah,
win
that would be
for
cool.
the
See,
Bullet
I don't.
for
See, I don't.
Honor No More.
Yeah, see, I'm not sure who's like a big name or whatever. With
I mean,
with
because we could even, to be fair, we could even, I mean, for all we know, we could have Jimmy Jacobs could end up joining Honor No More because we forget
oh
that
yeah,
he's behind the
he'd be a
scenes
good one.
for
Yeah,
creating, you know.
yeah, he'd be a good one. I was trying to think like other guys who were out there. Lethal's with AEW, I guess.
Oh yeah, yeah, he is. I
That's a
think he's been
shame.
showing up on the Ring of Honor brand that they
Yeah,
call our Ring of Honor.
what the hell they're doing. All right,
Uh,
so sorry.
Sanjay Dutt's is in there too.
Was he even with Ring of Honor? Because he looks like totally out of place there to me.
Yeah, I think he got a call because when WWE was letting all that talent go, I think he might have been one of the ones that got axed.
Yeah, that's just very weird to me. Like he doesn't seem like a Ring of Honor type guy. Like I don't remember it or whatever. All right, so the knockouts match, Havoc. Um, Tasha Steelz retained against Havoc. This is simply one of my favorite kind of matches, even though it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was a great match. I'd say it was good. Big person versus littler person. I feel like it's simple and should be done more.
Yeah, because what I was surprised at is such a difference in size. I was like
Oh
looking
yeah,
at Tasha's leg, and I was like I was looking at Havoc's leg. I was like, my God, these two ladies couldn't
yeah,
be any further from different from each other.
yeah. It's really crazy. But I love matches like that, like this
Yeah.
big person throwing around a little person, making them look good, and vice versa. And she got the man. That was one of the matches I would say was obvious out of maybe the only one on this show that there's no way Tasha was losing there, but that's cool, no big deal. Curious where she goes next, or who faces Tasha next, because I think she's done with Decay now. So we'll see. And on to the main event, which again, just another goddamn great match. I love how they made Ishii seem like a star and actually possible that he would beat Josh, even though it was very unlikely.
Yeah, I kept thinking Josh might. I don't know, just to pull a fast one on us here. I thought maybe they might book it that way a little bit, just because I thought maybe Moose might come down or do something distractive, just so it maybe better his chances at the world title. Like, because like he likes to cheat so much, and
Yeah.
I think he thought more or less. I think he would think that it'd be easier to beat Ishii than it would be Josh again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And this is another awesome main event match with Josh. I don't think he's getting enough credit for that. Just how goddamn good he's been. And Josh has become like I don't even know. Is he the best wrestler on the roster, you think?
If not, he's got to be up there. I mean,
Yeah,
I do
very
like Mike
close.
Bailey. I
Yeah.
just don't know if he'd be able to handle, his style of roughhousing in the ring because I just feel like he's kind of a. I think Mike Bailey's kind of like in that X division, maybe tag team if you could get the right partner. Maybe tag him with Laredo Kid or something, or maybe
Yeah,
like
that's a
something like that.
big reason I love Josh as champ is because like you can throw in anyone against him, like any heel on the goddamn roster right now, and it's very likely going to be a great match and feud. Probably not. I think Macklin is too soon. I'm curious who's next, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Um, yeah, that's all the matches. So
Yeah,
overall, we
Sunday night the Mayday tapings finished up, and that's a 2 week set of tapings, which takes us to Kissimmee, Florida. In Kissimmee, Florida, the Citrus Brawl. I guess that's the road to Slammiversary. So
yeah, a few fans and myself got a little confused about that. And I'll be honest, I still a little am. Like, I'm not sure why they named the. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not sure why they named
yeah,
the tapings. Like, I honestly thought like Mayday was a show when I first looked at it.
I guess the tickets sold pretty good for the Fallout show from Under Siege Mayday.
Oh yeah,
Last time I knew they had like 4 tickets left, and
yeah,
free walk-ups.
everybody was freaking out about those tickets. Like there was going to be nobody at the tapings, and they pretty much all
Yeah,
sold
kind
out.
of like
So
they did at the 2300 arena when
yeah,
they were like there was loads of tickets left, and
I
then
don't think.
all that walk up. I was like, Philly's a wrestling town. People are gonna, us New Yorkers and stuff know, we're out late. A lot of us, we don't, you know, it's wrestling. You're here to see it.
Oh yeah, I don't think, and I think like most wrestling fans, unless it's like WWE where it's huge and like their people follow their schedule and all. It's more of like, oh, they're in town here, let's go. They go that day to get tickets and.
I mean, you could probably gain a couple hundred people just passing word right on the street.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. Well, when I went, God, I could do a whole show on this, but when I was doing tickets, I learned that a lot of. I always thought like most wrestling fans were on social media, but there's a huge amount that aren't, and that's like where they're getting tickets from. They're either just walking up or they're googling, how do I get tickets? So whatever. Um, I, it is nice that. Well, I mean, I was worried when I saw the first one, but it was like 7 tickets sold. Like it was like a few hours before the show, I think, and I was like, shit, is this real?
At
But whatever, they sold, and people
least it
got to
wasn't
stop.
Global Force Wrestling bad, right?
Oh yeah, I mean they sold. People got to chill. Stop worrying so much about shit like that. And yeah, that's about it. Great show again. I kind
Yeah,
of.
the look ahead for the tapings looks pretty promising too for Mayday. I'm not gonna go into spoilers. I don't do that, but I think everybody will like what they're gonna see in the coming weeks leading up into the Kissimmee tapings, and then hopefully we get some really good stuff from the Citrus Brawl leading to Slammiversary.
Yeah, pretty much everything's been rolling with Impact, and kind of has been for a while now. Uh, just wish they can get on a better network or something. Because I mean, I really don't give a shit personally, but it's annoying. Like I wish there was more people watching such a great show.
Yeah, what they do? They had their highest demo they've had since what, April, something like that.
Oh yeah, oh, that's good.
It's like early April or something, like because I guess because of the March Madness, and then April had like as the NBA playoffs and stuff.
Yeah, I got you. I
It
just
was
think
hard ratings, more or less, you could say.
yeah, it's a great time right now.
Well, and then the draft too. I forgot about the NFL draft. That really puts a kilter on on anything to do with sports related when it comes to Impact.
Oh my God, my Rangers are down 5-2. All right, guess I'm gonna have to end it now and go cry. So that's it for this week. We'll be back soon, I'm sure. And damn it, should have mentioned this earlier. I guess for next time I will. Leave us some goddamn messages, comments. But
Yeah,
whatever.
me and Jay would be glad to answer any questions. If I see some things that he's been busy or something, I'll answer them, and he can answer them too. That's a good thing about YouTube.
Yeah. All right, that's about it. We'll see you next time.
See you later, everybody.